Well, hello. I figured I'd give you guys a little tour of the property that we just bought. I figured just walk down and check the mail, and so I'd show you the driveway in. So this is kind of the view as you come into the property here from the road. So we have a little bit of a hill kind of up on this one side, and then on this other, on the right hand side of the driveway, it kind of drops down into a little ravine towards the lower portion of the property. Pretty brushy down in there. Probably need to do a little bit of clearing just for wildfire mitigation, kind of clean things up so there's not quite so much scrub and brush down in there. So there is a nice open valley that sits down below on the north side of the property that we have a little bit of a view of in the driveway as we pull in. I think if I trim a couple of trees will be even better, which that'll be nice to kind of see that as you drive into the property. And this property needs quite a bit of work, but I think we've found another diamond in the rough, a lot of potential in this piece of property. All right, so we're coming down the driveway and come up to the house. The house definitely needs a bit of work. It is an older manufactured home. I think it's like a 1980, somewhere in there, double wide manufactured home. So currently we are staying in our RV right next to the home. We want to do a little bit of fixing on the trailer before we move in there, kind of in a temporary basis. And there are a few fruit trees and stuff. There's an apple tree. There's a few apple trees that are kind of scattered around the kind of the hilly portion of this property as you come down the driveway there. There's a driveway kind of descends down into the property here, hill up on this side. There is one neighbor that sits up above there. Can't really see them through the trees a little bit if you're kind of close to this edge of the hill. There's our little casa for the next couple weeks while we're ripping and tearing some stuff apart inside. I have Marlette, I don't know, is the brand of this trailer. Don't know anything about brands of manufactured homes, but that's what we got there. All right, I am over here next to our little travel trailer. There is a carport on the back side of the shop here. There is a very interestingly built little covered porch there. I think this used to be a regular porch, and somebody covered it in over the last few years. So I think most of that's probably going to get ripped out and turned back into a porch. Yeah. We have a very interesting wall built, not holding anything up here. And there's a giant wall here attached with a couple strips of plumber's tape. So I don't know how it hasn't blown off, but that's going to get ripped out of there. There's a few things like that are going to need some demolition and a little bit of deconstruction. We do have a few leaks under the house. I'll be addressing those in the near future, so stay tuned for that. Got all kinds of fun projects coming up on this place. Here's another interesting little addition, we'll call it. They added this little thing here, press screen door in it. I think they were using it as like a little mini greenhouse from the sounds of it, but there actually was a little porch that was inset here. And if you look at the trim on the inside, that kind of all matches up. So looks like this little bump out was added, so that's going to get torn out. All right, there is this nice newer deck that's been built up here off the manufactured home. And of course it has a nice view of the valley on the south side of the property as well. And we're in a pretty sunny area, so As I mentioned before, we're looking to get a little more sun in our lives. There's two beautiful shade trees though that will help us when it gets a little too warm during those summer months. So far it's been nice sitting out on the deck, even when it's a little warm out in the shade, and being able to look out at a beautiful view across the valley. And this home has had a newer AC heating system installed, which is nice because it was 108 last week. So happy to crank up the AC and not be sweating our tail off. Oh, there it goes right there, kicking on. Hey, buddy. All right. The cats have had the run of the house here. We've been trying to get them acclimated to the area of the property and not have them just go running off and never come back. So they've had the run of the house here while we've been living in the trailer. This is essentially what it looks like inside currently. That famous dark wood paneling that was super popular in the 70s and 80s. And it's pretty much everywhere except for in a few spots we have some nice wallpaper. So the plan will be to get the sprayer fired up, and we're just gonna kills everything, paint everything white with kills as a primer. There's a little bit of mothball smell that we'd like to get rid of, and just kind of coat everything with that odor and stain blocker. And it looks like that oil-based kills will work well with not only with wallpaper, but also on paneling. It will stick it to that as well. So got a bit of work to do for that, and then we're gonna put down some flooring. In fact, we got some samples of flooring, and I think this is what we're gonna go with. Dee Dee is still deciding on that, but yeah, that's gonna be a lighter flooring and definitely lighter walls, brighter in here. It's pretty dark, you know, just with that dark paneling, it absorbs a lot of the light. So it is an absolute mess in here, but we'll give you just a quick tour of what things look like. So we just came in off the slider off the deck. There is like we have a bunch of our stuff stored here, but kind of a living area here off of the slider. There's another kind of living area there off the slider. Stove in the living room, and then the same area on the other side. There is a very dated kitchen in here with lots of wallpaper, old school double ovens, that sort of stuff. So this will need a little bit of updating. We're gonna need to get a new fridge. We've been talking, we may tear this out and do a propane oven and stovetop range like we did in our last place. Dee Dee really liked cooking with that. And there's this like little weird wall with a weird walkway right here. I think we may switch the fridge and put it on this wall and actually kind of tear this off, cut out that wall, and maybe make that the walkway instead. So still kind of pondering through some things that we're gonna do in regards to that. So coming through that slider into the living room, and there is a hallway in the back here. First of all, there's a back door, and there is a spot for washer and dryer in there, laundry room. All right, we have a bathroom in here. I think, so we've scrubbed that bathroom. Dee Dee spent like 4 hours cleaning that bathroom. It's been nice not having to use the shower and toilet in the RV. It's fine for camping, but for living in for a long period, not really designed for that. Have another door here with a really big closet space. So there's a nice big closet, linen storage, I don't know, storage space in here. There's another one in here, some sort of a linen closet. There's the cat room, which is a bedroom. This is the cat area at the moment. Nice big closet in this one as well. And this is where most of our stuff is stored at the moment. Once again, a big closet around the back, but this is pretty much where our house is at the moment, is in here. So there's this weird wall there. Separates the kitchen and this living area over here. Not sure if we're gonna do an island or what we're gonna do there, but probably for now we'll just paint it and leave it, trying to keep things fairly inexpensive. Small closet here. There's another door. It's on the front door. And then this is the master bedroom. And this is actually a really large bedroom. It's probably 16 by 16. Very, very large bedroom for the master. Windows looking out both ways, out the driveway and then out the front there. Does have a master bath and a walk-in closet. The walk-in closet is actually really big. I don't know where the lights are. I guess that light might be burning out, but anyhow, big walk-in closet. Jack and Jill into the master bath. Now, so the master bath is special, and when I say that, I mean it's old school carpet in the bathroom, which is the very first thing we're going to do is rip that out, because I don't know about you, but carpet in the bathroom is not my thing. So all right, so there's kind of a rough view of the house. We only plan on we would really like to build a house and maybe only live in the trailer for a year or two while we're doing that. I'm not sure. We are going to put some money into it though, as far as painting and flooring, and make things nice and livable. In the interim, when we had our last place, if you guys were with us for that, we were living in a remodel. It wasn't fun. We had to move everything just so we could move everything. So this time on this property, we're much better set up. There's already a shop that's on the property. The house, we can do just a real quick remodel on, paint everything, flooring, new appliances, and we should be fine living in this for a while. And our last place, man, it was just, we were tripping over everything to do any work. So we should be sitting pretty good in this property as far as being set up to do other work on a house that we want to build. All right, we are back outside. So the drive kind of comes in and curls around this deck and goes around further around the property. There is a 24 by 24 shop right over here that all my tools are stored in. All right, so most of my stuff is on pallets on that half of the garage. Got a little bit of stuff cleaned up and done out of this side, but really need to start getting set up and organized with tools so that we can start ripping and tearing and know where stuff is at when we go to work on the house, because knowing it's on a pallet somewhere buried in a corner back there isn't much help. I've discovered that on multiple things already, so I'm like, I know it's here somewhere, I just don't know where. There are a whole bunch of old cabinets, salvage cabinets and stuff all over the place that kind of ring the shop. So I think for now we're just gonna shop back everything up and get tools stored, kind of get everything tucked in a way. I'll worry about making it mine and kind of spruce some things up later. For now, it's just get stuff cleaned up, get it in, get it organized so that we can get to working on projects. Overall, the garage is in pretty good shape. I think it is about 30 years old. I think it was built 90 or early 90s. So this is actually a really nice shop. There is no insulation in here, however, so it is toasty warm. I picked up an AC unit to stick in the window, and not powerful enough to keep up with 106-degree day and no insulation. So so it is going to get some insulation in the future. We got bigger fish to fry at the moment, but definitely some work to do here in the shop to make this a little nicer. All right, back outside. There is a shed right here that we're going to do some work with. The next couple of videos may be a little bit out of order. There's a lot of stuff going on, but basically there's no longer a trailer that was here and a whole bunch of sheds. So that has all been cleared out, cleaned up, and that's where we would like to build our future home. It is kind of out in this area, and I'll tell you why. So here's that same little valley we were looking at as we were coming in the property line. If we trim a few of these trees, the slope actually drops down pretty quick. We'll have a view. We would have a view out the backside there to see. Oh, there's some deer chewing on the trees that are down over here. We had a couple of oak trees get pushed over when they were clearing out over here. Anyhow, so there'll be a nice view of that small little valley out back. And then if we look out the front is the main valley view out the front. We kind of sit up on this little saddle ridge that runs along so we could get views off of both sides of the property. So that's something we're super excited about. Hey, sweetie. All right, so this little shed over here, we're gonna use as our wood shed for the time being. With our wood splitter, wood stored in there, and a few other miscellaneous things. So this property actually has kind of a low flow well. So there is I think a 1,500 or 2,000 gallon storage holding tank, cement tank that sits underneath this little pump house here. So kind of scary in there. We need some work in there as well, but nothing we can't tackle. And then over in this section right here, in this corner of the property is where Dee Dee's thinking about doing her garden. So there's a few cross fences that I'm assuming at some point in time we'll put up, but the main fence line runs along this backside and kind of into the corner over there and then comes back. So this is kind of the rough area where Dee Dee would like to put her garden. Nice south-facing views for plenty of growing throughout the year. So that is about a third of the property that you can kind of see from up on top here. The rest of the property is pretty brushy. It kind of shoots down the hill into a little ravine and then cuts back up a little bit. About 2/3 of the property is down there. So we should have plenty of area for cutting trees down, for firewood, that sort of stuff, kind of down in that lower portion of the property. And it's just real scrubby and brushy. So I'm not going to hike down there, but you can use your imagination. Lots of little scrub oaks, maybe some poison oak, lots of grass burrs down in there, all kinds of fun stuff. So maybe even a few of these random deer that seem to like to live on the property here. So anyway, that is a rough view of the property. As you can see, we have some beautiful views from this property. That's part of the reason why I was sad, but not too sad to leave our creekfront properties. We're just swapping that beautiful view for another view here. So I hope you enjoyed this quick overview of the property. We're very excited to be in this new place. We have a lot of work ahead of us, just like we did at the last one, but very excited for the future here and some of the projects that we can get into while we're at this one. All right, I hope you guys have a great day, and we'll catch you on the next video. Bye.